Hello, everyone that's out there tonight. This is Amanda Wray. Hey, Vanessa, coming to you with a live hangout all the way from Jamaica. I'm here, guys. This is a very important recording. Well, live hangout and recording. And I'm just glad for everyone that can make it. For those that don't know, my name is Amanda Wray, and I am the creator of the S3 method. And I'm just excited to be here tonight because we have a special guest. And I just wanted to let you guys know how powerful the program is. And even though we had a little bit of a setback, we are here for a comeback, and I am extremely excited. So the reason why I wanted to have this hangout today is because a lot of people have stopped using their system or have not maybe been using it consistently because of the changes with the product testing program. And the reason why I put this video out there tonight is because we have some people on our team that's a part of the S3 method mastermind that has been blowing this thing out the park. And I want to introduce them today, but not only that, to let you guys know that the people that have, well, one of the people that have been doing really well with the S3 method, making $60 to $75 a day consistently. And she never stopped right from the beginning. She started, and even though we had a little setback, she kept pushing forward. We are going to put together a video for you guys to show you guys what she's been doing and the changes and exactly what to do in order to continue to move forward and start building that $60 to $75 per day with this program. It's extremely doable, okay? And we have a few people that are doing that. So thanks so much for being here and being a part of the S3 method. And if you are not yet a part of the S3 method, this is something you definitely want to take a look at because it's easy money and there's no recruiting, no sponsorship necessary, which is what I also love about it. I am consistently earning every day, not as much as my guest, but I am going to be now that I notice of this method that she's been using and we're able to use it consistently within this platform. So one of the things I want to do is for those that don't know, really quick, I'm gonna bring out one person before her that's a part of our mastermind. Give me 1 second here. Everything's a little slow on my end because I am out of the country, but we're gonna get it together. Is David Richardson. David has been with us from the beginning as well. David is earning anywhere from $50 to $65 a day utilizing the system. He's been using it from the beginning of time and he's doing extremely well. David, how are you today?
I'm fine, Amanda. How you doing?
Hanging in there, having fun, enjoying this vacation and enjoying the beautiful weather here. But I was just excited to hear that you are doing so well with the program. And you know, where you're at right now, David, is where a lot of people would like to be. So if you can just give just some short words of advice and encouragement for our team, I would love for them to hear, a little bit about yourself and just some encouraging words that we can all take home.
Yeah, sure. Like Amanda said, I started in January 18th, and the system was different then, and then they went through some changes. But what I did was, honestly, the first week or two, I just did a little bit, and I just stopped and then I just said to myself, wait a minute now, I didn't do nothing, yet I made about $50. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna ramp this thing up. So probably around February 1st is when I started to consistently just start working the system and following the blueprint that you put forth. And I tell you, when I did that, it just blew out the water. And when they had changes, all I was in the background calling and just continue to just push through all that adversity because I knew that eventually it would all, smooth out because any company that does upgrades, because I'm in the IT business. So whenever you do an upgrade or anything like that, it always slows down first and then it picks back up later on. So what I did was I kept pressing, I kept doing it, I kept following the system. And in February, I went from making, January I made like $50 and in February I made like $500. And in March I made $1,200. And this is profit, guys. This is not just money that came back in. And for April, I'm about at $1,800 now. And my goal is, based on what I'm doing now, I should be at $75 in 2-3 weeks. And I want to be at 100 by the end of May. So, and that's all from just being consistent. Guys, it's easy, but it's work. So it's less work than what I do on my job. So to me, it's not really work at all. It's just me just setting it up. And once you set it up, it's automated. You know, you can set, you know, where your funds go out automatically and all that stuff. I'm not gonna get too deep into all that stuff, but yeah, it's real easy once you set it up. But you can't let changes get you down or, you know, slow down. You just gotta compress through it. Because in life, everything is not great in life. I mean, you go through stuff in your own life. So why do you expect things to be perfect on the online world? It just don't work that way. So, but I'm very grateful for the program and for the training, for the teamwork, the networking. It's been awesome, and I'm just gonna hand it back over to you, Amanda. But I appreciate your time and your effort and your consistency in working on us and making sure we get things done. I really appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. Thank you so much, David, for sharing that information. And you know what? That's one of the things that he said is he pushed forward and he stayed consistent. There's so many people that have already given up, that stopped, that's moving on to something else, thinking that they're going to find something better or they're going to make money faster. There is not too many programs online where you can make money without recruiting and make this type of money per day. $60 to $75 per day, that is not even heard of to be able to do that on the internet without having to recruit and sponsor people, okay? We have so many people that came into the program and they would give up within the first 3 to 6 weeks, okay? Just being so inconsistent. Like, we're all adults. We all have an obligation, not only to ourselves, to our family, okay? And for a person, it just makes me feel so disappointed for people to come in and give up so easily for something that's so simple to do. It's so simple and it's so easy. And like I said, and like David said, we had a little bit of a setback, but that happens with the online industry. You know, changes happen, sites get upgraded, programs get upgraded. It's a part of the business, okay? And if every time there's an upgrade or a change, you're gonna just completely give up like that, that just shows a lot about your character. A lot about your character. You know, you have to be a little bit stronger than that, you know? And this just goes to show you, David, he's about to hit 75, he's at $75, they're about to hit $75 to $100 a day, and just started this program in January. We're at the end of April. That's a very short period of time. So I just want everybody to really think of where you're at now, the things that you've been doing over and over again that has brought you in no results, the times where you given up too early. How many times has that happened in your life where you just given up and you really didn't give anything a try that you really been a part of? Someone told me that the average person does not last in a program more than 60 days. That's just so crazy to be jumping around from one program to the next every 60 to 90 days. You don't have to be one of those people. I was like that back in 2015. I had joined so many programs, I could name like a ton of them. And then in 2016, I made a decision that I wasn't going to do that anymore because that was not going to allow me to earn consistently online, jumping from one thing to the next. So when I decided to plant my feet down into the soil and start to really understand marketing, understand the online industry, I started to earn consistently. Now doing over $400,000 last year, and I'm looking to double that this year. I know all of the mistakes that I made and what not to do, and all I'm trying to do is educate people about it. It's not really just about joining my business. It's really not about just that, okay? Because if you guys don't join, somebody else is gonna join tomorrow anyway, right? It's all about the education as well and making it easy enough so that other people don't make the same mistakes that I made. Okay, joining all of these programs and getting absolutely nowhere. Why even take yourself through that headache? I was talking to a lady today that's getting into a program that was in our program, and she's jumping to another program, and she thinks that she named a person that's doing very well in the industry. She goes, well, this person is doing really well with this program. Well, that person that you're speaking of is a six-figure earner and has a huge following. People are looking at other people's success and hoping to duplicate that without having the right blueprint and the right foundation to their business. You are not going to get in here and automatically start duplicating a six-figure earner a salary in the next 30 to 60 days. It just doesn't work like that. That's not how this business works. So it's so funny when a person says to me, well, this person is doing really well, and they're talking about somebody like Ray Higgins. Ray Higgins has been in this industry for years, and he's a millionaire. How can you even compare yourself to someone like that? Not to say you can't be him one day, but you know, that's the thing. People come in with false hopes, thinking because that person had so much success that they're going to see the same success as that person without first doing the work, putting in the work. Shooting in the gym. Are you shooting in the gym, or are you standing on the sideline? That's what it's really all about. You have to be in the gym. You have to be there. And it's about consistency with anything. And this young lady, I want to tell you, I spoke to her and she touched my heart. We was on the phone for a couple of hours, and I'm about to introduce her, and this will be the last story. But what she said to me is that she made a vow to herself that she was going to give the S3 method 6 months of consistency, 6 months. And I'm going to bring her out. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say anything else about it. I'm going to shut up now. But it's just, this is what we have to do. And, you know, I just hope that people really understand that, you know, consistency and staying focused is what it's really all about. So Alicia, thanks so much for coming out tonight. I'm so glad that you're here with us. And you can just tell people,
hey, Amanda.
How are you?
I am good. How you guys doing?
Doing well. We're doing well. People are really excited. We have almost 100 people in this Hangout tonight. And
Don't make me nervous. Don't make me nervous. You tell me it's only 2 of us. You tell me it's just 2 of us.
But I just want you to just share a little bit about your experience. How you had over $400 deposited to your bank account over the last couple of days, every single day, and what you've been doing consistently to earn this money online. You don't have to get into detail, but just share your experience and your story.
Well, like you said, I have just been consistent with the system and just following step by step. I said, okay, this is what we have to do. I've been making money with the program before, and it's just a matter of, with anything else, companies, you know, I've been in business for myself. So there's times when, you know, things are not going to go the way it's supposed to go, but you have to just tweak it to where it works for you. You know, so I said, okay, let me see. So I'm still making money, but it's just now we have to do a little bit more work. But once you have a system in place and you're using that same system consistently, it's not really difficult. It's not difficult at all, because you're just doing the same thing and doing it every day consistently. You're going to get faster at doing what you do. So it's not, in the beginning, it took me, I would say, about 4 hours to do everything from start to finish. And this is, I'm talking about having one primary account and 7 sub-accounts. And I say, you know what, this is a bit too much. So I said, some things say, you know what, no, get back in there. Don't quit. Put those cards back on and keep on doing what you've been doing. And I said, okay. So I put the cards back on and I said, you know what, I'm tired of having to run to Walmart and have to run to 7-Eleven and doing things, because that way the funds is on the account immediately. So I say, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to see which cards are actually auto deposited. Like I can make an automatic deposit.
Alicia, I'm sorry, I think we lost you a little bit, and they said that it was breaking up some. So can you repeat a little bit of your information again? I think we have a bad connection. Can everyone hear pretty good? Oh,
you hear me?
Okay, I just want to make sure everybody can hear good, because I just lost connection here in this country I'm in. I don't know what happened, but I lost everything.
Oh.
Go ahead, you can keep going, Alicia. I'm sorry about that.
That's okay. So after removing those 16 cards, I just started following the same process every day. And I said, first, everything was like helter-skelter. I would do it 2 o'clock today or 6 o'clock tomorrow, or it was just different times I was doing it. So I said, you know what, just like a job, going on a job for someone else, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually set a time and stick to that time every day. So I said, being that I'm a night person, I'm just going to get up at 12 o'clock when I know that the system is actually turning over at 12. So for me, 12 o'clock is like I will get on about 12:05. And that way I know that there's no more hits on that card for that day. So I would get on there and then just follow the process. And that's it. Really,
Okay,
which is
Alicia, I have a question. How much time do you approximately spend per day to make that $60 to $75? How much time are you spending per day and how many days per week?
I would say 2.5 hours every day.
Okay, 2.5 hours per day. Okay, that's not bad. And what do you notice is your increase in profits? How often is that happening for you? Let's just say over the last 3 weeks. How often are you seeing those payouts? Like how many days do you get paid for the week and how much is your account growing per week approximately?
I get paid 7 days a week.
So you're getting paid 7 days a week. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And it's and on average I am making about 7 days a week about between $300 and $475.
Okay, that's not bad. Okay, great. So what Alicia and I is gonna do?
Actually, what I actually wanted to share with you guys, so you guys can actually see, seeing is better than hearing.
Alicia,
so I put something together so they can actually.
Yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna save that for the mastermind, which is gonna start in 8 minutes. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And then what I'm going to do is Alicia and I are going to get together and we're going to put together a presentation that's going to show the breakdown of everything that she does, the cards that she's using, the just really the structure she has. Because when I met with her, the structure that she has is extremely doable and she's extremely organized. And that's what I realized with this business is that it's not that it's hard. You just have to be organized, okay? And I think that's where a lot of people they mess up at. They're not organized enough in order to make sure that they're in profit, that they're using the right cards, that they know exactly what to do. So I'm going to break I'm going to break down the entire training because she gave me the training, and it is pretty simple. It's just about structure, okay? So if you have a laptop, and it's so funny, Alicia was showing me most of this on her cell phone. She has a smartphone, and that's where she's doing most of this, right from her phone. She has a Zoom on her phone, and she shared screen with me from her phone. So that just goes to show you anything is possible when you put your mind to it. We have so many people that are saying, oh, I can't do it. I don't have a laptop, or I'm trying to use my tablet. Listen, my niece was doing this with a tablet. And let me take it one step further. Alicia is not doing any feedback, okay? Alicia is not doing any feedback. David is not doing any feedback. So all of the things that we're worrying about and wondering if we need to do, and or is this the reason why I'm not making the money, or if this is the reason why I'm playing all of these guessing games, we're gonna take that away. Alicia is making $60 to $75 a day, okay, profit. She is not doing any feedback. She is just organized and figured out how to properly use the system to earn consistently. That's all it takes. And like I said, with anything, even when you start a new job, the first 2 to 3 weeks, or maybe even 4 weeks, might be a little uncomfortable. You're learning new things. You're learning how you're experiencing new things. So it is a little bit awkward and it may feel uncomfortable, but it's well worth it at the end when you start seeing those consistent commissions. She's getting paid 7 days a week. People aren't even getting paid 7 days a week at their job. She's spending 2.5 hours a night. We're sitting at a desk, most of us, for 8 to 12 hours a day. And some of us is not even bringing home $75 in a day. Am I right? Can you put a 1 in the chat box if that's true for most people? Even if it's not your situation, do you know someone that's working 8 to 10 hours a day and they may be making that type of money? I mean, I know I work with parents, you know, that are working McDonald's and Dunkin' Donuts. I had a lady that was working 6 days a week and she was barely bringing in $400 a week, working 6 days a week, and she was a manager at Dunkin' Donuts. This is a lot of our reality. People that are in the States that are in the US, this is their reality. They're making minimum wage, working 8, 10, 12 hours a day, and not even bringing home $400 a week. Alicia is working 2.5 hours a night. And how many days is that, Alicia? Is that 5 days a week?
7.
7 days a week.
Every day.
Every day she's doing it. And she's bringing home a decent amount of money for 2.5 hours a day. So what we're going to do is we're going to show everybody, if you are a part of the S3 method, you are going to get this training. Okay. If you are in the mastermind, you are definitely going to get this training. And what we're going to do is we're going to light the fuel and turn up the fire, right? That's what it's all about. Okay. Because now you can take this money and pump it into traffic. You can pump it into other business opportunities. You can take that vacation you've been planning for. You can put that towards your kids' schooling, whatever it is that you want to do. Okay. And that's what this is really all about. It's about financial freedom. The reason why I got out of my job is because I wanted time freedom. And that goes with a lot of things. Time freedom includes financial freedom as well. I didn't have time freedom. I had money, but I didn't have time. My job paid me pretty decent money, but I realized that when I took a vacation and I had that 7 days every 6 months that I can use, I didn't have the money to really go where I wanted to go. And I didn't spend the time that I wanted to spend with my kids because I was working 8 to 10 hours and I was a conference coordinator. Some nights I was working 12 hours a night. And that's how it is. That's the reality of most people. There's people that I know that are in our mastermind that do overnight jobs. Okay. Could you imagine doing an overnight job and got 2 kids? I mean, like, come on. This is just the reality. You know what I mean? So my whole purpose, I decided that if I was in this industry and I was to make it, I would teach people what it is that I wanted to be taught in the beginning to make it. I will mentor and coach people so that people can feel like they have a way out and they can make a way out for themselves. That's what God laid on my heart for me to do. Okay, so that's why I'm here, because somebody took me by the hand. After going through 100 sponsors, I finally had a mentor that said, Amanda, this is what you're doing wrong and you're focusing on all the wrong things. The things that were in my mind that I thought I needed to worry about and concern myself with were all the wrong things to make this business work. So now from 2015 to now, it took me to the end of 2016 to start earning consistently. I just kept going and I never stopped, and it just kept growing and growing and growing and growing. But everything that I went through in 2015 that even led to depression because I had lost so much money in a short period of time, I want to eliminate that for most. And I'm not talking about a little lousy $500,000. I'm talking about like $15,000, $20,000 down the drain, waking up one morning and the whole website is gone, right? And wondering what the heck was I thinking, and feeling so desperate. And I was extremely desperate, but vulnerable because I wanted to get out of my job so bad. I had made really bad decisions, money decisions, because of the situation that I was in. I hated my boss and I wanted to leave like now. Okay. So now I'm just trying to prevent others from going through that same thing. And Alicia and I, we're going to put together this training. People that have the system and that are using the system is going to learn leverage and how to make this work for them the way Alicia made it work for her. And not only that, it's going to take out the guessing game. So we're going to do that for everyone. And that's basically it. So Alicia's training is for everyone that's a part of the S3 method. So if you are a part of the S3 method, you purchased the training already, you are going to get this training step by step. We're going to put it together step by step. Okay. And that's what we're doing for our team, because we want to see everybody succeed, and we want to make sure that everyone is successful in this business. Okay. And then if you don't have the training, get back to whoever invited you to this hangout so that you can get the training. Okay. And you can know how to maximize your results. You can know how to start earning daily and earning 7 days a week like Alicia is. I'm earning 7 days a week, but it's not as much as Alicia. So I went through the training myself, because you can always learn something new. Listen, I do really good in this business, and she knew things that I wasn't even thinking of. And sometimes it takes another head, another person with another brain to get you to where you need to be. And I feel extremely grateful for Alicia, and thank you so much for coming on tonight. So it is now 7:31. We're going to wrap this up, guys. I will have that training for you guys before the end of the week, okay? Just remember, I am out of the country, so you guys got to have to work with me with this internet thing. But I will be here for everyone, and we're moving over to our mastermind. So thanks so much, guys, and have a great night. 100 people in the hangout tonight. Thank you, guys. Alicia, David, you're the best. Thank you.